everyone, and welcome to the Red Cup series. I'm joined by my amazing colleagues, Phomolo, Mahloko, she's in the Operations and Administrations environment, and Thirusha, Bharath, she's our Senior Specialist in Talent and Culture. And today we are going to unpack what culture feels like here at Absa. Welcome, colleagues.
Thank you. Nice meeting you again.
Awesome. I'm going to kickstart with you, Phomolo, and I want us to just tell us in one word, when you think about the culture at Absa, what comes to mind?
I'm thinking about being cared for. I'm thinking about the empathy that I'm being offered in the company. I'm thinking about the support that I'm getting in the company. I'll tell you one thing. I was diagnosed with a mental disorder. Let me tell you, the diagnosis came right after I passed my interview. The person that I offered Absa is not the person that I sold in the interview. It was the hardest part of just being a part of the company, because I had perceived, because it's a company, I had that perception that they would maybe fire me, maybe give me 6 months leave to get my act together. But that's not what they did. They sent me to the wellness center and we went through processes, of course. And then, they're there for me. They're supporting me. I'm happy about that.
Awesome. That's awesome. So care for you sums up your experience around the Absa culture. That is so amazing. What an amazing story. Awesome. And over to you, Thirusha. What are some of the small rituals or behaviors that shape our day-to-day culture, even if they're not always visible?
I've got a very topical one for us, meeting rituals. And just about every corporate culture has a thriving meeting culture. And what I've observed is that sometimes meetings kick off with the agenda, the order of the day. It's very transactional. And what I would recommend is that perhaps we start with something a little softer. Careful colleague, as she just said. Acknowledgements, celebrations, appreciation for the big and the small things that people do. So maybe that's a tiny little ritual, just start off the meeting so that it feels less intimidating to colleagues. Yep.
Awesome. That's amazing. So in my team, we do check-ins at the start of every meeting. Even if the meeting is short, we just do check-ins all around just to check that everybody is doing well. So I like that. I really like that. Yes. And now back to you, Modo. Culture is tested in the hard moments, and you've mentioned a really hard moment that you went through. What's one time when Absa's culture passed the test for you?
The Absa Ekayashis. Listen, I love that. Do you know why? Because we were just recovering from lockdown. And what did Absa do? Bang.
That's awesome.
Are you agreeing?
That is amazing. That's so
like she said, appreciation for the small things. And that was great.
That's so amazing. All right, and back to you, Thirusha. What legacy habits or behaviors often get in the way of building the kind of culture that we want, right, as an organizations? And I mean, really, those things that we just need to think about, day-to-day behaviors. Yeah.
So you may not know this. I've been with Absa for 20 years.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's my night cream. And what I've realized is that I at times have said to a new graduate, when they pose an idea, query something, I'm not so sure that will work. And I've caught myself in the act of doing that. I think to myself, maybe that's debilitating for the culture we're trying to build. How about just hearing the idea out, thinking about ways in which we could incorporate, even if it's just a tiny piece of the suggestion, and make them feel included in that way, and also help our culture.
That's awesome. Yeah. Like a beginner's mind. So you allow people to just come through.
That's it.
As they are. That is amazing. And that's how we built, innovation, right? It's an organization.
But it takes being aware of behavior.
Correct. Yes. So reflecting, looking at oneself. So that's amazing. I like that. So what is something that you've discovered about yourself because of how we show up at Absa?
I have discovered that I'm still capable. You remember I just mentioned the diagnosis that happened once I joined my department. So I just felt defeated when I got the diagnosis. But the way in which Absa showed care for me and support, it just showed me that, listen, my lady, you're still capable. This mental illness does not define you.
So you've seen firsthand how culture impacts well-being, right? How do you pay that forward in the way that you support others in your teams, your other colleagues? How do you play that out?
Besides being an advocate for mental health, I'm always there for talent helping, and I'm not in the front line, I'm in the admin. But if frontline needs me, I'm always there, because I do understand that if they don't get support, they might end up not liking being there. You just do what has to be done and then just leave.
So yeah, I like that. So maybe you should become one of our wellness champions. I'll actually, you're recruiting.
Sign me up. Sign me up.
Thirusha, back to you.
Yes.
What are we doing differently in 2025 and forward to evolve our culture for the future of work?
I'll give you a recent experience. I was in a socialization of the Absaverse introduced this year. And to Phomolo's point on wellness, you can actually virtually engage on this platform and visit a wellness center or a collaboration zone. And it just reduces the boredom that we experience sometimes on Teams, which is so one-dimensional. I mean, now you can actually navigate yourself, choose an avatar, walk into a check-in or wellness center, communicate with colleagues, hold team buildings. Yes. So there's just so much possibility within the platform. So that's what I'm most excited about, actually.
Can you please add to the option for joysticks for us there? Because wow, that app is amazing. So if I'm there, really told my team that because we have monthly daily check-ins as well at 9. So I said to them, if I'm hosting the meetings, please meet me in Absaverse collaboration 4. If you're not in there, I'm not hosting any Teams meeting.
That's awesome. I just want to follow on what you indicated there, Thirusha, and I want you to talk a little bit about our investment in culture. I mean, Absaverse was an investment.
Yeah.
So how does our investment in culture influence colleague retention, trust, and belonging?
Something I've noticed in the last year or so is that investment in leadership, because we know that culture is role modeled by the leadership. Leaders doing these 360-degree assessments, getting feedback, knowing about ways in which to improve, inviting feedback. That's something I've experienced early on in my career, but I'm seeing more of this emerge. And it heartens me, it gives me hope that leadership is not just a one-way track, that there's room for dialogue and conversation, because ultimately what drives culture is the relationships when you come down to it. Yeah, it's the experience. And if leaders can create this culture where people can flourish and thrive, then Absa has no bounds in terms of possibilities. Yes.
That's awesome. I like that. And then I just want to close off with a few key things. Culture lives in the quiet moments, the check-ins, the habits, and the way that we treat each other. So there's my espresso shot for you. When you think of Absa at its best, what moment, gesture, or behavior comes to mind? Mudo?
I'm always thinking empathy. I'm always thinking supports because of my personal lived experiences. I think Absa and I think I'm supported in the very empathetic.
See you. Thirusha? Gratitude. I think we get caught up in a lot of negativity sometimes, and there's so much to be appreciative of. Phomolo mentioned the Ikaya scheme, and that's something that very few companies have. I mean, some companies have actually cut bonuses, I remind myself, okay? And restructured, but Absa's thriving, and it shows its people that it cares in these meaningful ways.
Yeah.
Gratitude. Awesome. I really love that. I'm inspired by your experiences. You are going to become my wellness champ. Thank you so much for joining me, Phomolo, Thirusha. It's been an amazing conversation.
Welcome.
And let's cheers to that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for being an awesome host.